I mean,
Well.
And we're live.
Hello.
Greetings.
Zerg, you don't talk to the chat. Jeez.
Yeah, you
I'm
do. You
talking to
talk
the
the
voices in
do.
my head.
You can
That's
talk
not
to
what
chat
we
if
do
he
here.
wants to.
Yeah, that's all it is tatas. Oh,
Hi,
that
tatas.
reminds me. I gotta make an announcement.
Do the streaming
Oh, on your
audience.
server?
Yeah.
Do the streaming
Sorry if you get
audience.
pinged.
As long as you ping
Ah,
Noko, it's
got
okay.
you muted.
Oh, that's right. We have to ping Noko.
It's a good luck charm.
Bam. Yeah. We also have that the I don't know. Is it ping or is it just Noko?
Ping, I think it's ping no go. Isn't it?
What?
No, it's transporting it in. Ping ping.
I screwed it up. I don't know. I thought Nightbot had it, but
I think you have to put the whole first.
What are y'all
name in.
doing?
I'm trying to
Oh.
ping you. Oh, it's ping Noko. Okay, all right, I got it. Damn it, Raina beat me to it. I still didn't get it. Oh well.
Oh
Or
no.
maybe you got it and I didn't? I don't know.
I don't know.
No, Nightbot's saying it. I think it's because you did it at the same time, pretty much.
It's okay. Nightbot's the R word. Anywho,
I'll need a command for where's the crown absenthos?
could make,
Just like randomly generates a new location for it.
Yeah. We could add that. Is that an airplane that
Now
just
we can.
flew by?
That was the sound of Nikosi dying inside.
And Thamor beginning to stalk us. He can live inside your shadow, punishing us for pinging his player
Gary.
if he was a god.
Okay. It's time for the bottom mirror. I think.
Yeah, it's a beautiful little piece of art because I was so hungry last session, I didn't remember much of it. So bottom mirror
It's
is
not
highly
like
reflective of it.
recordings exist to help jog your memory, but
No, because Absalom doesn't recall anything. Neither does Grund from the previous world.
Neither does
And the party's attempting the art of the deal.
Grund's excuse was being torn apart at an existential level.
God damn it, man.
What's Absenthoug's excuse? Mommy issues?
Huh?
Oh, wait.
I mean, it's always worked for him before.
His response? Huh?
I really just need, like, at the end of all this, a big diary of literally just bottom mirror collections, like, cut out from clip art or magazines.
They're good.
I guess who wants to give the not bottom mirror rendition of the recap?
I mean, we went into the temple, we went downstairs, we avoided any more spooky encounters on the surface.
You skipped like half the last session right there.
More than half.
Last we left.
We don't take shortcuts here, apparently. Was that what I not heard just not
They're
5
mental
minutes ago?
shortcuts.
This is what happens when we can only go left.
We picked up last session after having defeated the terror
He who waits.
nightmare dinosaurs, yes. And found out very quickly that sunlight was night and night was day, and all these other various strange The fabric of reality is very much fluid. However, we did defeat the He Who Waits, and we're left to rest safely during the day so that we could travel during the night. And on the way towards where Andros had spied some sort of signs of civilization, we did come upon a strange suit of armor that also was cursed, had a cursed weapon that promptly 2 of our party members, 3, tried to pick up, as well as it being powered by I think it was a spell core, something similar to a spell core. Then we came upon a strange little city full of walking suits of armor who didn't necessarily show any hostility, but they did recognize Thamor as we approached and promptly informed us that there was one who was waiting for us. And as opposed to waiting for an invitation, we kind of marched in there and found out, oh, there's this individual named Grund next to a very large, very Faust scale looking corpse of a dragon. And found out that it's most likely that Thamor's old kingdom had murdered the original Grund and split her apart into a splinter of herself in order to try and kill the gods. It's from memory, but we navigated our way out of any overt diplomatic incidents and were invited to at least rest for a little while. That's
kind of sort of. I don't know where you got the day is night and night is day bit, but yeah, the acting on what Grumsh had told you about the madness, the shadows become more real at night. You guys enacted to sleep during the day to be less likely to attack and forge on through the night. So it seems as though whatever was talking to you, which Grund had alluded to potentially being the keeper, or keeper to this being, this dragon, this incarnation of madness. The suit of armor you found, just to kind of rehash, because you guys did investigate and get some info off of all this stuff. It was kind of the same, not spell core in the sense of the spell cores that Hildy and Jarag uses to funnel spells, but more of the spell core reagent used for the spell like animate armor, that sort of thing. But it's not obviously not normal. It has traces of necromancy about it. It also exploded after you tried to remove it. The city, as we're talking to Grun about, is currently a bastion, as she calls it, of reason against the encroaching madness. She remembers or knows nothing of the outside world in the centuries she's been trapped in here, since this is a land where, for all intents and purposes of what is believed here, time is stopped, or doesn't seem to flow here, or knowledge doesn't seem to leave. You guys talked with her a bit. She spent most of it verbally assaulting Thamor, accusing him of his kind of murder, of torture, of just general no-goodery. Yes.
Poor Thamor.
Kid, I don't know about that.
I feel no sympathy for you, Thamor.
I have done nothing wrong.
That is debatable.
Just
Highly
because you don't
debatable.
remember doesn't mean that you're not responsible after a fashion.
Ignorance is not innocence.
When the golden bean wishes to shit in your helmet, you know you've done something wrong.
Golden Bean's gonna be tossed down that pit.
I rest my case.
You know, I'm with Thamor on this one though.
But yeah, you learn from her that yes, something with the former Drake used to combat the goddess of order was to basically, as Grund puts it, splinter herself, shard herself, sever herself into a fragment of reason and madness, and using that thing of madness to fight order because, well, the people of Drake thought, what better way to bring down a goddess of order than to succumb it to madness? And they did so using the power of the void, to which, kind of mentioning it to her, the dragon became very curious about it and asked for you to teach her this power so that she could understand it and hopefully reverse or learn what it did to her to this place. It is a power that she does not understand that is beyond reason. She also asked that, and you also gave her alcohol, remember that, and she asked if you could stay, well, if you wish to stay with her and fill her in on the events over the past century or so, since she has no idea what's been going on since she was basically, her last memory is being stuck here and being painfully tortured and murdered. So we ended with Seabreeze handing her the alcohol, but giving conflicting ideas of whether she was going to stay during the night to talk to her about the prior past, or was Seabreeze going to go out and try to rescue Fairtail? So I know that was that. Now the rest of you, I don't think none of you. I don't think any of the rest of you had said anything about staying down here to talk to Grun prior,
I'm
but
pretty sure if I tried, I will die.
she said basically anyone but you.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're allowing her to kill you, in which case she would be more than happy to torment you. If Thamor's into that sort of thing, I suppose.
He isn't the people who kick his ass, but he is not dying, so
Yeah.
probably won't be
Andros
down
would-
here.
Andros would probably stay with Seabreeze if she'd allow him to.
So I will say it's still fairly early in the night since you guys kind of woke up when night fell. It wasn't a particularly long trek to this area, or at least it didn't feel like it. So I would say it's still pretty early in the night. The moon again, full overhead, casting a radiant red glow through the darkness, though through the shimmering remains of this barrier, kind of gives it almost an amber hue.
So
What are you guys?
We're operating off of book logic again. Got it.
Of what
I
logic?
have the power. Book logic. I have the power of stage whisper again.
What?
What?
I'm lost.
I was going off of the idea of it being a seemingly short trek to this dome, despite it looking farther away.
Well,
Don't mind me.
you'll see.
I'm just being silly.
So lost.
He's just a silly little man.
We're all a little silly here, I guess. I don't know.
This is probably the only thing I understood all night.
I think I'm gonna start drinking with the dragon.
I've already started drinking. Way ahead of you.
Yeah, may
So
I?
what are you guys doing?
May I approach the destroyed Dias place where she seems to be hanging out, or is she gonna? I don't know.
You can try to approach it. Well, as traditional D&D fashion, you can certainly try.
Oh, may I approach? I would like to take you up on the offer to fill you in on the last century. So happens I happen to have been alive during the entire time. So maybe I can
She
help.
raises an eyebrow. Well, I suppose it's only fair since you provided me with such an excellent gift. Do ignore my jailers, for lack of a better word, up here. She snarls at the suits of armor around her. Quiet bunch.
Seabreeze looks back to the group. In case anybody wants to come with.
Hildy's already walking away.
Yeah, Freya's long gone.
Yeah, Zidane will follow suit. I could fill in some of the points on that the book glosses over. I had handed her a...
Yes, you handed her a copy of A Hero's
Yes.
Tale.
Barnacle and... Alright, you go with the others. Make sure... I'll make sure Thamor doesn't kill anybody here.
Oh, too late for that.
Alright, boss. You gonna be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. Just figure I'd stay here and join in a little drinking chat. Thamor? Nods to him. As you walk up, he nods to you.
Picture that being really what you did with your token. It's just you just walked up next to Andros and just stared
Right.
at him.
Right? That's how I took it.
Uh-huh.
That's just what Thamor does to everyone.
Whoa, why did I
She's
have two
multiplying.
tokens?
There's two of her.
How in the world is that? Okay.
He got split into a third shard. Oh no.
Andrew also kind of...
Something's weird with this Noko, did you do something to this token?
You want to blow it up?
Son of a bitch, Noko, what did you do to it?
Wait, what?
Show it. Show it. Show it. Show it.
Usually when there's a duplicate of a token, it means Noko did something to the token. Yep, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Because I can see the background moving behind the token. Thanks, Noko.
God damn it.
Every
God
time.
damn it.
Noko,
Every time.
roll me 2d6.
Crime.
I'm taking a lot of damage this session if you're after doing that.
Ooh.
That's a 1. That's 1d6.
Roll it again.
Oh my
Hey,
god, that is
yes.
the most Noko roll ever.
Fate can
Accent man.
re-roll that one, Noko.
Gonna be another 1.
Alright, you take 8 points of psychic damage from the dragon just absolutely fucking glaring at you. It knows you did something in another plane, in another realm.
The dragon
doesn't
has
know
vague understandings of what goes on behind the fourth wall.
Good luck with the Easter egg hunt then.
Oh, for the... You just somehow restrict your ability to tamper with the map.
Thamor
Oh,
leaves.
I don't think you can do that in Roll20 unless you get rid of everyone's, get rid of a character sheet. So,
Yes, I just here play Easter egg hunt with. Plus, if you modified Noko. You only had access to this one map at the time.
That's far as you know.
How would you have access to the other maps?
I found it.
Aha! Oh,
Okay, good. You found the other one. No more.
there's still.
God damn it.
we interrupt this broadcast for our regular
you're fi-
intermission.
Yeah, so
You'll find it
apparently
eventually.
now eventually, yeah. So now I guess on new sessions, I'm going to spend the first 10 minutes before I even plan and prep is to look on the map and see if Noko has vandalized something.
You should just be able to highlight the whole map and find out if there's any hidden tokens in there.
I'm trying, but the problem is when I highlight the whole map, it also grabs your tokens, so the box doesn't exactly.
There might be
Give me
collateral
any.
damage.
Wait a minute, there's something here.
Tata's
What
welcome.
have you done
Find
here?
the
Oh my
Booyah.
gosh, Noko! Holy shit!
Which one are you looking at?
Which one? There's.
God damn it. God damn it, man.
I'm gonna have you roll so much psychic damage for this.
Why?
You successfully derailed the session. Oh my, there's another one. Jesus.
Oh my god, man.
How
The realm of
bored were
reason
you,
swallowed.
Noko, that you had to just hide the Suka blind? These are impressive, but holy shit. Are there more? Did I find them all?
Oh, you
There
delete the
bound
one
to
in
be
the
more.
eyeball.
Yes, I found the eyeball
You
one.
could just left him there. He was harming no one. That's it for now.
For now.
For now.
So it's 3 more I found, or only 3 more D6, Nuko?
This is how we balance this Thamor. Oh my god, guys.
Alright, 12 more points of psychic damage. Labeled simply as you know what you did.
This is like the All-Mir version of Where's Waldo? Where's Bliot?
We're gonna get a Bliot NPC as one of these days.
I'm gonna just make the Bliot like the freaking BBEG at this rate.
Mhm.
And you'll
Oh, it's
find
Stabby
him in a giant map.
Trans, it's Stabby Bliot.
And every turn you can't find him, he deals massive damage to the party. And I'll hide him in the GM layer or something so you can't select him.
If we start doing silly
BBEG
things,
of the whole campaign.
he becomes visible and has a large knife and just starts chasing us.
Or even better, I'll take every map I've ever done and hide one in every single map and have to send you guys files to go friggin' hunt for it.
Isn't that
And
kind of
the
what
true-
we're doing now?
And
Yeah.
one map won't have any of them.
Alright, so we successfully derailed. Okay.
But who's going, who's staying? I think that's where we are at.
I think Andros is staying.
Andros,
staying.
Sedan, Seabreeze. Absinthoss? Is he
Uh,
staying?
I'll stay.
Oh, good. Nothing can possibly go wrong with this setup. I mean, I have utter confidence.
It's so I can keep an eye on him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fucking go wrong.
He starts talking about trains.
Hey,
You know you can
maybe,
make trains underground call it a subway?
I mean, maybe Grund really wants to know about trains. They are a reasonable type of mass transport.
Can't argue that. That's the problem.
And freight. Especially
Alright.
for cargo.
So. Okay, so we have 2 groups going. Guess we'll handle one at a time real quick. So for those staying, she kind of waves her hand, conjures up a few stone glasses of sorts, and starts pouring herself a bit of the ale and passes around drinks, offering each of you a glass should you want of this very, very potent alcohol.
No, thank you.
Gross. Makes his way over a little bit more theatrically. He uses Gust to essentially rocket jump over the water. And
Show off.
lands over here. Yeah, basically.
I use my halberd as a pole vault.
Don't you weigh like a shit ton?
Burn. Sorry.
That is fat shaming, sir, and I won't stand for it.
It was
I'm
just
armor
one
shaming him.
roll.
He's like wearing plate mail or some shit.
It's the dwarven
Oh,
band
later.
mail.
Okay.
So
So you try to be buoyant and end up falling.
oh no. And then in comes Pestles, because that's an even better conversation partner.
Turns into a dolphin yet again.
Damn it.
The curse every time he touches water, he turns into a dolphin. Oh, I should have done that. Damn it. I missed an opportunity. Alright, anyway.
Wait, that's on the table now? What?
Anyway.
Yeah, I just make my way across like a normal sentient being.
I'd
Sure,
rather
not
be
Philistine.
exceptional than normal.
You take the stairs because you're not a Philistine.
God
Perhaps
damn it.
pasta just float over. I'll burn another charge.
Of course.
So you guys.
Absinthoss is just flying, just floating.
Yeah.
we'll kind of break it into 2 segments a little bit. For those that are staying with her, are any of you partaking in the alcohol she's passing around?
Andros will take a small swig. Yes. He's familiar with this stuff.
Yep. So I will say you can roll me a Constitution saving throw at advantage against it. That you've braced against it before and you are fully aware of what's coming. Anybody else?
Yeah, he's
Absinthe
not
as
next
well.
to me. Oh, good. You're next to me.
Absinthos as well.
Yes. It's
Roll
really
me a
used.
Constitution saving throw.
Super. And then,
What?
how many levels of exhaustion do I have? 2, I think.
I think you should just have 1 now.
Okay, that sounds about right. So then I get a +5 to the save as well, because I'm next to Zidane. Just feeling better after it.
Yeah. You are not currently hostile to me.
So it's
Um,
-1 +4, so I should be
Zidane-
21.
On the cup being conjured, he would politely say, the alcohol would be wasted on me, but would it be too much to ask for water or orange juice?
What's an orange?
She gives you the blankest of stares.
Right.
You would like
And he
water, you are free to head on back up and drink from the water like a dog.
The genial smile just wilts slightly, and he just takes out his water skin instead and pours it in the cup, just so he doesn't feel left out. No, that's fine.
Always a master of hospitality, aren't you, Zooks?
I'm not used to being the guest.
Seabreeze, unless you stop him, Golden Bean is also trying to lap at a cup full of alcohol.
Oh no.
We shall let him learn his lesson.
Step over.
And I can roll a
Think
con save for
0.
Bean if you wish.
Yeah, go for it. I think it's a
Mhm.
+0.
Sure. Golden Bean. Constitution saving throw normal. Oh no.
Hey.
Ooh.
They are immune to poison, which is amusing, but they are not immune to the effects of being drunk. So, we'll see how that goes.
Isn't that how
Bean is
Zidane
laughing
plays
at-
it though?
I think it's the poisoned condition, not poison damage.
It's
Zidane, how do you play being drunk? I could have
Not
sworn you
very
tell
well.
people that you don't get drunk.
Yeah. There would be a lot of retroactive drunk rolls if that was the case, but if I remember, whenever drinking came up for Zidane, it was like, oh, I'm immune to poison, alcohol's a poison, so therefore I'm immune to being drunk. And he doesn't get why people like being drunk, because
Well,
he's never been drunk himself.
I for one don't care, and I think being drunk should be pretty funny.
Yeah, same here.
I'm going to just, for flavor on this, say that the alcohol is actually strong enough to overcome that particular immunity. Not enough to actually, kill him through poison damage, but to being drunk.
We just need to make sure
Could
that
also
Bean,
do such for Sedan as well.
Bean is not a
Oh!
being drunk.
He, laps at it curiously. His eyes kind of grow wide, and he keeps lapping at it pretty vigorously after that.
Bean, easy,
Oh.
easy.
Shut up! Not familiar.
Oh no, he's getting surly.
Alright, but Absinthos and Andros, you do make your saves against it. It is a very strong, very rough drink. Burns all the way going down, and then some. But it is strong, it is potent, it is flavorful.
Andros is very well acquainted with this stuff. That's what he spent his 4-day bender drinking. Many bottles of it.
And Grun just throws hers back, and you see a kind of happy grin kind of creep on her lips. It has been far too long.
Seabreeze, where did you get this stuff? Is it when you were visiting the wastes?
Yes, when you were imprisoned.
Yeah. Well, the place we used to stay, would get it shipped in from now and again, so... Glad you got to sample it. Fucking nightmare.
Did not
But I
agree
love
with
this
me.
stuff.
Yes, it's not to my taste, but... Also, Bean,
Alright.
stop! Stop, Bean! That's enough.
A drunken hiss as it just kind of he tries to bat your hand away and is strikingly missing by quite a bit.
Take the cup. I take the
Hits,
cup.
hits absinthe instead.
It is empty.
Jesus Christ, he drank the whole thing.
Familiar, bring me the helmet of the Tin Man. I wish to vomit and shit at the same time into it.
Oh my god, you are a fucking disgrace.
I will show him a new dawn.
I imagine he
Does it look
probably
like he-
can't fly at this point.
No. He's already kind of on the ground. His wings are flapping at really uneven intervals. Like one wing's flapping, the other's just stock still.
Anyway...
I apologize. She snaps her fingers and Bean is dismissed.
No! Poor Bean.
Looks apologetically
Alright.
at Grund.
She's like, no, I agree. I would have much liked to watch that little one do the axe he mentioned into that traitor's helmet.
Something to look forward to then, I suppose.
Yes. I would so like to watch this.
No.
So, this dais here... That's your... jail cell?
Something
What?
like it. Tethered here. Neither spirit nor spectre. Not a shade nor a memory. I simply am.
Seabreeze would definitely start trying to tell her the story that she knows of Faust from the point of his invasion of Galaran onwards, but looks to her other companions for details before that of legend and history. And does not shy away from saying that she was a thrall.
Okay. Yep. I mean, she does not she does not give you any stink eye or any she listens to everything pretty impassively as far as she looks at a little bit of sadness seems to cross her visage a little bit when you mention Faust as a lich, basically, but yeah, no, I'll say that you guys spent some time kind of going through the history with her.
Does she
It's a-
know? Does she know of sentient in the wastes? Then?
Yes, she knows of the other dragons. Faust was still young to her when she last remembered he was but a whelp. But
Right.
Zenshut has been one of the older dragons as well, so very familiar to her. They are a little at odds, but not for any feudal reasons, more so because their ideals clash. A dragon of desire and a dragon of reason may not always agree on the same things. If you can piece the metaphor together, I suppose.
Yeah, Andros will fill her in on what they have learned in the last couple months as they've, what's going on in in Whiteleaf and what's going on with, in vulgar terms, what's been happening with the gods, namely Saloon, and just fills her in on where they are, why they're here, in a sense.
And throughout that Taylor, at the very end, her question would be more so, or start kind of guiding along the. So, what is your plan then? Hoping to find here.
I don't really have one. I'm just trying to learn. The world's fucked. If I can figure out why it was fucked in the first place, it'd be a little closer, I think, to dealing with the current fucking. What were the gods like in your time?
Oh, about
Nodding
the
over
same
to
as you
the skeleton.
describe them now. Pricks, most of the lot of them. Stuck up of their domains and orders and all that garbage. But for all the discrepancies, they kept things pretty peaceful in that regard. At nighttime, it's an era of war. Factions. Doesn't sound like it's changed a whole lot, though. Mortals always find something new to fight over.
What were the factions of this war? I heard a little bit from my asshole father, but was it humans fighting gods, or were your dragons involved as well?
Humans fighting other humans, dragons and gods fighting amongst themselves and each other. It all came down to conflicts of belief and who believed what was right. It's a funny thing.
You guarded Thamor's people, or they lauded you as a god then?
For a time, yes. They believed that reason could see through everything, bring about peace. A once studious, very devout group. But it seems that reality proved greater than their reasoning for the time. And so they turned to the void, as you call it. Power to bring down order, so that their reasoning could be justified.
They were a studious lot, you said? Were any of their libraries, or...
Used to be. Used to be several. Almost every corner you could find. A scribery or a library or something of sorts. All that turned to waste when they unleashed him. Words and libraries became meaningless in the face of madness.
So that's why... Well, that's likely why there's no record of them.
Nope.
Though to be fair, most of our records, most of our history is knackered anyway.
That's what happens when you rewrite it. Take a book, scribble over the pages, erase portions of it, try and try again. and yet a kingdom that tampers with something beyond their control and the miserable curs they are. And so now, they're cursed, and she has a wide smile, likely by the same power they choose to invoke, that their name is associated with madness.
Were they so well versed in books that they could make magical worlds within them? It's a kind of thing that we've encountered before.
It is said that some dabbled in it. It was a practice that was often not looked too favorably upon, as many would lose themselves in the works, creating a fictional setting they would never return from.
Sounds familiar. Does Zidane
Very.
share the book
Hmm?
with her? The
Which
storybook?
The Tales of Mir, or the story, or the the
hero's tale with the story of Eladwin and his
I
team.
believe she had mage handed it to herself.
Yeah, she has
so
it. She's been kind of like poking at it, but I mean, she's been talking with you guys as well, so she's been kind of like flitting between like talking and reading some of the pages as you go.
Our first adventure together, well, that was Seabreeze. She joined our original group later. But we were stuck inside of a storybook. The things inside were real enough, but well enough to
It
hurt.
seems as though the one you call Morden was using a very similar technique that was once employed here, though his was a much higher cost. Hence the reality and the depth of the world he was able to create. He lived in part in it, didn't he? Several parts, it seems.
And also hid pieces of a item of considerable power.
Yes, I do see. Oh, the prices people will pay. Goes against reason. And yet, the only reasonable choice at the time. Makes life so fun, doesn't it?
Our encounter outside with the giant lizard and whatever the voice was sort of reminds me of that, I guess, the story magic, because reality shifted just with a word.
Probably wouldn't be far off if this place is truly cut off from the rest of the world. Who knows what state this place is really in? The areas outside awash in the dreams of madness.
In this bubble of reason, the rest of this continent is ruled by the whims of a, slumbering spirit of madness. Zvasind, you said.
That's what it seems to be, yes, as best as I can determine. Placated, sedated, something akin to that. If his influence is trapped here, as you say, and time truly does not pass for us, then it seems as though it just saturates this land endlessly in whatever chaotic dreams it can imagine. A taste of madness that seemed to just emanate its very being. Truly fascinating, if not so terrifying. And if not so painful.
It was something, that's for sure. The voice called it he who waits.
Maybe one of his pets. Or a nightmare.
Or just one thing wearing many masks. Just like a good actor.
The more important
Awesome.
thing is whether or not it can come back, or if we've dealt with it for at least a time. But if time means nothing here,
Who knows? This is a
madness.
dream of a madman, or a mad thing. Who knows what really stands and what really doesn't anymore out there?
So are these 4 around you also like the ones out there, or are they passive? And Zidian
What do you
looks
mean?
over, gesturing at the 4 suits of armor.
They stand silently, watching.
The ones outside seem like they actually are citizens of a town.
Oh, do they now?
They recognized Thamor. Called him the first lawbringer or some shit.
Oh, I imagine they would. Everyone in this land recognizes the kin that tore this land asunder.
What are they? Are they lost spirits trapped in corporeal form, I guess?
Remnants of a bygone age, perhaps. Their last feeble attempt to escape the madness they created. But of course, there's prices to be paid. What remains there, I doubt is really them. It's something perhaps given birth by madness and sustained by reason. Paradoxes in armor.
Some sort of synthetic mind. Wouldn't be
Something
too
like
dissimilar
that.
than what we saw of Gorth back in the other ruins. He was the only one that kept even a semblance of his mind.
Something like that, perhaps. Though they do tend to put up a fun amount of arguments whenever I'm feeling particularly debatey. I'll grant them that.
Speaking of the survivors, there's a small expedition of those that are not from our time, I don't think, but they're alive. Would it be possible to bring them here? He's looking over to Absinthoz, Seabreeze, Anteros. They're relatively harmless, at least in their current condition.
Who knows? Being this close to Grund might mend their minds.
You can certainly try. They've been too deeply seeped in the madness. Who don't know how much of their mind is left to save.
Could be worth it, if nothing else. Worth a try.
Sad muses.
The land decides to cooperate, I could fly back there and ferry him over on my back. Couple hours, but be relatively simple.
If you could get back, I remember there was a time when we could not approach this place. Maybe that happens again when you are away and then we are separated.
Well, if it's a matter of keeping up, I do think well, my companion, I believe, can grow wings.
No,
And I could accompany you with them.
that's not what I said. I think regardless of how fast you can go,
If two went instead of just one, is what I meant.
It still means two get trapped out instead of one.
right?
The problem comes if he who waits is just banished for a time. He stops us on our way back.
Begs the question. Forgive me for being so simple, but how do we fix this? She gestures broadly. I feel like there is opportunity here, and it will be a monumental undertaking, but must you remain imprisoned here?
This is a question that I have been trying to deduce the answer for, as you say, probably the past century. I am not quite sure of what I am. I don't know how one can beat Wan Xin. And I know if we can be reunited and I would be miraculously brought to some semblance of life, or if that would finally put me to rest. Or if dispelling me would allow him to reign free. But of course, there is always the old thought too, that madness can only exist with reason, and reason can only exist with madness. The two are the same coin, are they not? Neither ever seeing each other, but you need both for it to exist.
Nope, doesn't make sense to me.
Andros sets his
Just a blank cat there.
Andros sets his goblet down on one of the taller, crumbled ruins nearby and steps forward. If you might, are you tangible? Kind of reaches out a hand to touch your shoulder.
It's solid. And she gives you kind of a little bit of a humph.
Primitives.
I mean, you're pretty solid to me. That seems real enough.
Because you expect me to be, I suppose. Or because that was what is dictated that I be.
Zidane finishes the rest of his water and then asks, "Is there more of that brew? If you happen to like it, maybe it'll help me understand a little bit more."
You wish to get drunk to understand reason? You sure you're not tinged with madness?
I don't think this was meant to be a puzzle we're supposed to solve. She was torn apart. Her alter self was directed at the gods. And slumbers somewhere nearby, possibly in a similar predicament, or possibly just directing its agents to manifest its madness.
Either way, I wish to try to undo what was done. But like I said, I think maybe this is too grand a task.
Perhaps. If it were too grand a task, how is it done? By mortals no different than yourselves a century ago. It seems as doing the impossible, the grand, is somewhat of a common norm.
Just comes with being exceptional, I guess. Gives a little smirk. Or assholes. Well, you know.
Speak for yourself. Smirks a little.
Two sides of the same coin there, Ascot.
Oh my god. Yes, coming across as not an asshole. Yes. Good job.
I could try to decode the void for you. Bring reason to the unreasonable, and perhaps that might shed some light on things. You could try to confront Wanshin. I do not know if you will succeed.
Seabreeze
Or
grabs
look for
Absinthe
answers
off the
elsewhere.
shoulder. This one is brimming full of void. Brimming.
Seriously.
She just raises an eyebrow, cocks her head.
Yes, in between his ears.
Shut the fuck up.
It's a hereditary thing, unfortunately. If I need to roll
So
deception,
this one is a lawyer.
He really leans into it though. He's
So a good lawyer.
Oh.
Go on,
Yeah,
don't be
I guess
shy. Yes.
Yes, I guess I do end up being a lawyer day to day.
I am sorry for your loss.
Are you though?
Now, don't be
No.
rude.
I should mention
There are
for posterity's
many sentient things that live without a brain.
I should mention for posterity's sake, the last dragon who tried to harness the void was Faust.
Yes, and Faust was but a whelp, fallen from grace, from what I have heard. I wish you to decode it, not use it, not succumb to it.
Know if those can be separated.
and even if it were, would you be able to protect yourself against its influence?
I do not know. But that's what I am curious to try. I am, after all, an incarnation of reason. But if that does not suit your fancy, as I am noticing the doubt amidst you all, you are free to explore the other parts of the island.
Hey, I'm not doubting.
Perhaps you might be able to find the ritual site or tools or texts left behind by those that did this to me. Or ask your tin-suited dumbass friend. I'm running out of things to call him. Murderer cur.
Well, you could try calling him Godman. He especially hates that one.
I will assign him no such glory. God of the dung, I will call him.
Out of the dong?
Dung.
Okay.
You truly do have a void between the ears, don't you?
It gets bigger every day.
I am going to drop it at that.
I'm sure you've had many years to expand your imagination. So, I'm sure by tomorrow you'll think of a new one.
Don't know why we keep him around.
Well, a thought occurs to me, though, regarding our predicament. If they went with the idea of creating a story world, what if we found the appendix, the table of contents, like we did in the other us?
You would have to speak to Melil about that, I imagine. The books created that you fell into, that were once a product of our kingdom, were simply that, small magical, contained worlds. This is reality. and the writer is the god of stories himself. To browse the appendix would be to see Melil's very secrets. I doubt he would much take kindly to this, especially to
Oh.
one such as yourselves.
Ah. Yes, that, I don't suppose he accepts petitioners.
They're cult acolytes and followers, and he accepts prayers. You're not a very
Prayers.
devout one, are you?
I don't subscribe to any specific god or goddess, no. This is all I've known, and he shows the twin keys, mostly the flower and vines wrapped around them. The living metal vines.
You subscribe to a hunk of metal.
Apparently it's a faith that hasn't really been known for either quite some time or it's new, but it's an oath to preserving the balance of life.
She stares blankly at you.
I know that it doesn't...
You are aware you are speaking of faith to a dragon of reason.
Rip.
A principle of ways to live one's life and to protect the lives of others. Isn't that perhaps a system of reasons?
A reason for your actions, sure, but the basis of those is unfathomable to me, devoid of reason. In itself, a paradox. About as empty as the head of your friend over there, I suppose. To me, one has an empty head, the other an empty heart. And you'll forgive me for being blunt, but reason is often blunt.
Dragon spitting facts over there.
Not like any of us mortals embody reason, regardless.
Oh,
Just a mere creation, as it seems.
hells no,
So
you
when-
mortals are the antithesis of reason, and yet are so interesting to study for it.
Shouldn't
Is that-
your methods of reason also include, or your model for it also include bits of chaos that we mortals do?
In a sense. And that is where madness comes into play. It is always there, albeit in small doses, but the chaos you bring, as you say, the actions you take that defy reason, manifest as madness, or at least the way I see it. For how else could you explain it?
In a way, it's like navigating. You pick a point on your chart, you aim near it. There's gonna always be winds and waves that blow you off course, but eventually you make it where you're going. Accepted deviations, in a way.
Engage the actually meme as she, well, if you actually sat down and did the proper calculation, she just like kind of hunches over and picks up a small
You don't do
Like-
calculations when you're on a ship.
picks
do
up a
you?
small stone and starts like drawing out on the stone. If you do the proper calculations, if you account for these winds, the time of the year, the seasons, kids scouts tell you potentially the different. And she just goes into this lengthy explanation of how, if given enough time and potential, you could reason your way out of getting to the exact point at the exact time you so specifically desire. You've engaged librarian dragon mode.
Andros just sits back. There's a little smirk on his face as she just keeps going. Eventually she gets to the end and he just goes, yeah, but where's the fun in that? You gotta feel it. That's the real part of it.
She kind of just blinks again blankly at you.
Seabreeze says
And that
gaggy
is
noises.
madness.
Nah.
You may as well just go left at that point.
Oh, well
Let's agree to disagree. But I think, even despite your agelessness, you've still got something to learn.
There's
How
always something to
presumptuous.
learn.
Don't we all, Seabreeze?
I think it would be very presumptuous for you to insinuate that you have something that this dragon that's been around for centuries has something to learn from us.
Well, I already
Can I
have
say?
learned a bunch. So I wouldn't be too far off the mark there. Considering I apparently was missing a century of knowledge. I will never hold my head so high as to say I know more than any other creature or being. But I will always say that there is reason to everything, and that everything can be and should be explained. Otherwise it falls into the realm of madness. In which case, again she just shrugs. Do what you will.
Andros just kind of nudges Seabreeze gently. See, Fuzzball? Not so presumptuous after all.
Agree to disagree.
Zidane has a tiny little grin play across his face as he rubs his chin. So how does love fit the purview of reason, then?
Alright, well, she gives you a 36-minute thesis of the chemical reactions of what may encompass love and the different reasonings behind it. Let's go ahead and hop over to the other group. Perfect segue, I suppose.
Zidane is like jotting everything down. He's like, this all makes sense!
She also
It's
just
not
like the
emotions after
soundtrack.
all!
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me is part of the proof to her concept.
Love is only a wish to not be hurt by the person they are loving.
Team
It is-
2, what are you guys doing? So you guys
I
left.
just want to say, Zerg, I feel personally attacked right now.
It's a legitimate question that is not related to anything in recent events. You are entitled to your own opinion. I love you, Reina.
Do you know what that love is?
I am getting a crash course in it, I guess, in character. Sorry, Team 2, please!
Team 2, you leave the Draconic study session to head back out into the city, where again, moon shining overhead, kind of casting an amber-esque glow into the rooms around you, an oddly surreal setting. There's no real place in the world would you be able to walk around in the beginning of night but have an amber glow. Maybe akin to Palor's the Order of the White Leaf area where it was constant light. This feels more like you're just in an era of constant twilight.
I think that upon exiting, Hildy is just going to. She walked out of that whole info dump uh, with Grund, just biting the ever loving hell out of her tongue and then just storming away when she started talking about wanting to learn how the void works. And I think that her first thought is to just make herself busy doing something so that she doesn't lose her composure because she's hanging on by a thread right now. So I think that she just finds a quiet place to be able to sit down, and she's going to take out that magical opaline gem that she found.
Okay.
And she wants to take a closer look at it, and I want to take out my hold on, I will link it. Through my goggles of object reading, I want to cast Identify on this gem
Oh,
and see if it
all
gives me
right.
anything.
How long does that take to do?
I guess it's
Oh,
just
let's
that's
see. Oh,
an excellent question. Hold on, I have
You
the
can
spell.
cast it.
intelligence, make
So
reveal, identify using notes. Okay, so
I'll link the spell.
yeah, I see this. I see the thing.
Okay.
Need to reveal information on a creature object, and you can cast identify. So yeah, okay, so what is the identify spell? Identify. Okay, so it's about a minute, so it's not particularly long.
Mm-mm.
Learn its properties and how to use them. Okay. So like I say, you know that it's missing pieces.
Mhm.
This is an orb of dragon kind.
Oh.
Granted, I don't know how you would exactly know it's a dragon kind based thing, since dragons don't fully exist before that
I've
point.
I've gotten insane history rolls in regards to dragons before, so maybe this is just a nerd thing that she knows.
Let's see my best. Let's see. I guess you kind of recognize it as like the controlling properties it has, but you see the symbols again, the etchings of dragons etched across, and you wonder if it could truly be something so crazy as this. But yeah, it's an orb or a part of an orb of dragon kind.
Part of one. So this is just a piece of a larger
As in, it seems
orb,
like it's
or
some of the part, like the orb has like etchings of dragons, like that would be normally on it. It seems that some of those etching, like the engravings, are missing, as though it's like a puzzle missing pieces.
okay. And mechanically, what are the properties of this?
Was that
What does
you
the orb of
broke up?
dragonkind do? What are the like mechanical properties of this thing? Like, what does the orb of dragonkind do? Do I know what it does? Does it do anything?
No, it does stuff. It's a wondrous item. Okay. So while attuned to the orb, you can use your action to peer in the orb's depth and speak a command word. You must make a DC 15 charisma check. On a successful check, you control the orb for as long as you remain attuned. On a failed, you become charmed by the orb for as long as you remain attuned by it, or attuned to it. If you are charmed, you can't voluntarily end your attunement to it, and the orb will cast suggestion on you, doing, well, whatever the dragon that created its desire is. It has some beneficial properties you will not know until you engage it. It has 7 charges that can be used. That regains 1d4 plus 3 charges daily at dawn. If you control the orb, you can use the action to expend 1 or more charges to cast either Cure Wounds at 5th level, Daylight, Death Ward, or Scrying.
Jesus.
You also have the ability to basically try to telepathically call dragons with it.
Oh.
So while you control the orb, you can use an action to cause the artifact to issue a telepathic call that extends in all directions for 40 miles. Evil dragons in range feel compelled to come to the orb as soon as possible by the most direct route. Dragon deities such as Tiamat are unaffected. Dragons drawn to the orb might be hostile towards you for compelling them against their will. Once you've used this property, it cannot be used again for another hour.
Excuse me, did you say Tiamat?
Yes, as part of the wording. Whether or not Team is semi-world is unknown.
Aha.
The orbital dragon kind appears fragile, but is impervious to most damage, including attacks and breath weapons of dragons. Disintegrate spell or one good hit from a +3 magic weapon is sufficient to destroy the orb.
Tiamat is just when all of the dragon aspects merge together like Voltron.
Yeah, it's kind of another BBEG classic option that you can do. But AK TLDR is you can use it to potentially try to allure dragons to it. Whether they're good or hostile is unknown, and what they maybe do when you force them over is also unknown. But like I said, the orb is currently in an inert state. You feel power coursing through it, but it is missing pieces. And as it kind of
So I
swirls
can't
around your
use
hand,
it right now.
you cannot use any of its properties at the immediate moment, other than potentially you could try to attune to it. It feels as though there's some magic to it, mostly potentially to try and locate its missing pieces. As though it wants to become whole once again.
Would there be any way for... God damn it, Trans. Sorry, that really caught me off guard.
I mean, it's great.
He's not wrong.
Would there be any way for me to reasonably be able to, like, is there some kind of check that I can make to see if I can, like, tap into this thing or amplify its signal in some way to see if I can figure out how close the other pieces are, if it's calling to them? Can I see if they're nearby?
You can roll me the charisma saving throw to try and peer into its depths.
Oh God. Well, my exhaustion is gone now.
But you have no Zidane with you.
That's
but it's
true.
a check, so not a saving throw, so it wouldn't matter anywhere.
Just a straight charisma check.
Yep, DC 15 charisma check.
Okay. Yeah, fuck. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
There can help you. He's great charisma checks.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on, just to give myself a little bit of an edge. Out of my spell storing item, I'm going to cast enhance ability on myself to give myself advantage on charisma checks.
Article's really charismatic. He could do it.
That's nice.
Give me the shiny orb.
You do have to attune to it, though, for it to succeed, so I would imagine that you could do this later.
That's fine.
I think attuning takes a short rest, I believe. So if you wish to sit there and do the attunement and then do it, we can do that if you don't wish to interact with any of the NPCs during that time period.
No, I think that she would be fully focused in on this because, like I said, she is in pure, like, focus on something so that I don't completely fall apart mode. So, yeah, I mean, I could definitely see her just sitting down and staring at this thing for an hour.
All right. Holding the Palantir. I mean, the orb.
Hildy, are you sitting down at the top of the stairs?
I think she's probably found just like a quiet little corner somewhere to sit in.
Okay.
No, I don't think she would have remained on top of the stairs.
Just between the two guards.
Put her somewhere on the map then, where she's contemplating, pondering her orb.
Pondering her orb.
I would love to do that, but my roll 20 froze, so hold on, I have to reload. I'm so sorry. Roll 20, please. There we go. Okay. She's probably just wandered off, like, this way.
She's in the water?
Oh, that's water. I'm okay. Never mind. No, that's not where she is then. Okay, in that case then, are these trees like something that she can sit under? Or are they fully submerged?
Where?
At the top
the trees next to the...
At the very top, I mean, you could
Yeah.
sit on the other several roots and stuff that extend out with water kind of pouring out around them as though it kind of took root. It was once a like fountain. So yeah, so
Okay.
you could perch on a root.
Yep.
I am
Yeah,
root.
shit. I am rude. Yes. Yeah, that's what she's doing. Okay.
Pondering her
Alright.
orb.
Yep.
What about the rest of you? Thamor, Freya,
But you want me to go ahead and
Barnacle.
make that check now, or we gonna
You can make the check
resolve
now
that
if you'd
later?
like. You can make the
Okay.
check now, and then we'll resolve the effect later.
Okay. Oh, thank God for that. It's a fucking natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Alright.
Hildy's dice are ridiculous.
I rolled a 20 and a
They are.
12. I have 0 crit, so it's just a flat 20. I
Alright,
could
well,
add Flash of Genius, but I won't.
we will resolve that then in a bit.
Phew.
Freya, Barnacle, Thamor, what are you guys up to? I have a
Um,
feeling I know what Thamor is going to be up to, but we'll see.
I was gonna say thematically, Freya like dipped out a long time ago, so she's like way ahead. Like she's taking her time because she's still exhausted, but she is just like mumbling under her breath very, very aggressively. Um, very annoyed that she wasn't being heard out and that the dragon lady didn't give her a chance to talk, even though yes, she was emotional, but at the same time the issue that at hand is very what's the word I'm looking for?
Serious.
Yes, sorry. Serious.
No worries.
I was thinking eminent. That's probably not the right word, but whatever. Um, but yeah, she's very upset. And she's just like, out of nowhere, she just screams, "What the fuck am I supposed to be doing here?"
Yep. Hey, Bo, was that Gills?
Well, she left before you two
Ooh.
left, I think she said, so
Yeah, so
So
technically she's by herself
thematically-
You're
yelling
probably
that.
like down here or something.
yeah.
But I was
Yeah.
just
Wait, where the
Barnacle
fuck did you
turns
go?
to
Oh, over there. Okay.
yeah. Barnacle just turns to Thamor.
Was that? Is that Gills?
Who?
The green-haired lady.
Oh.
Well, what's it? Freya. Freya, yes.
Freya,
I
sorry.
go ahead.
Let's say go ahead and finish first.
No, I was just gonna say I would suppose so.
I don't
Should
think I've ever heard
we
her use that kind
investigate?
of language.
She yells a lot.
Does she?
Yes, usually away from people. Unfortunately, usually by me.
Do you spend a lot of time just out of view of her? That you know
I
all
spend a lot of
this?
time fishing.
And she just screams at you or around
Well-
you.
Generally at everything.
Wild. I don't think I've ever seen that half of her. She always just kind of cowered, and then maybe helped people out. Oh.
Hmm.
What do you say we go investigate then?
Probably be the proper thing to do.
Right, you and that pointy stick go first.
Freya, at your outburst as well, the armored suits around kind of turn and take notice, kind of looking as inquisitive as a suit of armor can. And one of them kind of approaches you, puts an arm kind of like gingerly on your shoulder, kind of tries to look at you eye to eye, despite being a basically floating ethereal armor. Are you okay?
Look like I'm okay.
Roll me a roll me a perception at disadvantage.
disadvantage. Can I guide myself? No, I'm just joking. 14.
Just looks at the suit. Seems to look at you. It's all right. She's probably right, though.
She gives him the most nastiest stare of all.
It's only reasonable. I mean, you can't really blame her. Well, I mean, what? It's really your own fault for being here. Think about it logically.
Logically. Do you not know what's going on outside your very force field of whatever this place is?
From what I can tell, something fairly bad that seems to upset you, but it's kind of your guys' fault, though.
Excuse me? My fault? Our
Well, yeah.
fault?
You aided them, didn't you?
Who?
Roll me another perception.
With disadvantage?
Nope, normal.
Alright. Oh. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll do favor of the gods. I'll roll 2d4. I don't know if it's gonna help, but you know what? We'll give it a shot. Okay, A16.
Oh, wow. That actually did help, surprisingly.
Holy shit!
Damn.
Holy shit, Key.
Yeah.
Panicking.
As this thing's talking to you, and perhaps it finally kind of clicks in the back of your mind, it doesn't make sense. It's calling you out on things it shouldn't know. And you kind of feel a tingling sensation coming from the point it's touching you on the arm, and a slight glow coming from the eyes. You're the one who joined them. You let her do all of this. You let Saloon do this. It stands to reason that they feel responsible for it.
What? You don't know what we've went through. I stumbled upon this party. I did what I can for this party, and yet I have no fucking clue what's going on. I have not
Did you,
heard
though?
anything from my goddess.
It sounds like you disappointed your goddess. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to you anymore.
You take that back. Now,
I am only citing reason.
you have no idea what relationship I have with my goddess. None of you do.
A relation with the goddess, with any god, is illogical. Surely you can see this.
And surely you cannot. Not
Roll me
all
a
goddesses.
charisma saving throw.
Oh boy.
Namor, get that pointy stick ready.
Why did you save this guy from being frustrated?
You feel kind of like a cold, tingling sensation in your arm where it's touching you. But you kind of resist this odd compulsion it seems to have over you. I'm simply trying to open your eyes. If it wasn't for you disappointing your goddess, following her in the first place, the world wouldn't be as bad as you'd see. You're welcome to remain here.
She
Free
just
of the
slaps him
gods.
across the face. Doesn't care if
You
he's made
take
of
a point
metal.
of damage.
Clang.
Clang.
Do we, as we are approaching, do we hear the clang?
You hear the clang. It is a loud, hollow clang as it echoes through this thing's empty body, basically.
Oh shit!
And it kind of
That sounds
breaks
familiar.
its
Start
grip a little
running.
bit and stumbles back. What was that for?
All of you. I have done much. I have done much for my goddess. You don't have the rights to tell me what is right or wrong. You are all trapped here, not me. I am here to help my party. And if you don't, get away from me. Get away from me.
Barnacle, as you walk by the armored suit there, it reaches out to kind of grab you, to kind of stop you. Hold on, it's all right. And it grabs Barnacle's shoulder. Barnacle, roll me perception disadvantage.
Oh my goodness. Natural
Oh.
20 and a natural 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
So with natural 1, that is 6.
You don't notice this either, but yes, it grabs you on your shoulder. It's all right. You don't need to concern yourself. I mean, you're not even real.
That's okay. I've come to terms with that a long time ago. Bye.
And he just kind of melts and re-solidifies like 5 feet apart, 5 feet later.
I guess yeah, it just stares dumbfoundedly as best it can as you walk.
Hurry up, muscles. We gotta go.
You push away from the suit, who's scratching his metal head as in confusion. Just merely trying to help, miss.
Bye. Gills, we're coming.
She just immediately turns away from him, very upset and just roiling with anger. Like she's doing her best not to do anything else that might be very problematic for the rest of the party. But the thought of her goddess may have abandoning her does not settle well with her.
Please don't start collecting GTA stars for us, please.
Gills, yes. Why am I panting? I can't get tired. Anyway, are you alright?
Why does everybody ask me that question? I am not alright.
Would you like us to be with you while you're not alright? You that
Why, did
question, have they?
Yes. Before I do something even more worse than I should.
Well, what should you do? Was
Dream?
was the tin can being mean to you?
It's some very harmful things. And she kind of glares over to it.
It just holds up its hands kind of in front of itself kind of defensively. I was merely just debating, trying to help sort out your muddled thoughts.
Hey, listen here, Hollow, whatever you are. We're your guests. It's not your place to tell us what logical insanity we've got.
The lady was screaming in the middle of the park. I was just trying to offer help.
Maybe she wanted to. Is it not her
I mean-
prerogative to scream when she wants?
It's not
Is it?
all. I suppose it's not really.
Do you
normal,
own this
but-
park?
No, but it's a little. I apologize.
That's what I thought. You go over there and think about what you did.
Crosses his arms. puffs on the pipe that is constantly in his mouth. He puffs on it. A little bubble comes out of it.
I assure you I meant no harm. And he kind of steps forward to kind of, again, put a arm gingerly kind of on Barnacle's shoulder.
Don't
No.
touch him.
Just kind of backs away. No. I didn't say you could touch me. Your buddy back there tried to touch me, and it was weird.
I apologize. Well, all right. If you need any help, we'll be around.
Right, if we need you, we'll come calling. Don't stick your metal nose in it. That's called meddling. Ha!
Little
It's a
rude. We
pun.
don't have noses anymore. And kind of ashamed of not having a nose. Little rude. They abashfully kind of go back, kind of keeping a turn helm on you guys, but
Are they doing like an owl walk where their head is facing us, but they're walking away?
yes.
Freya just
Every
flips
so
him
often their
the
head just
middle
swivels
finger.
around, takes a look, and then swivels back.
So basically what Thamor did with his shadow armor. When you guys can still see it.
Thamor is one of them. There's just crystals underneath the helmet.
Yeah, Freya definitely flips them off before she starts walking again.
All right. Gills, can we accompany you while you're not all right? You never really answered.
I did say yes before.
Oh.
I do.
Sorry. I got really caught up in the whole just scolding the metal dicks, so.
They're blaming us for what we did to. What is happening? What saloon and everything? Blaming us that what she did, that we're the problem, that what she got into power. Hey,
Well, was it? I wasn't there. Did we do it?
I don't believe so.
Okay. There's no need to get upset. They're wrong. That's fine. We move on. The only people's opinion that you should care about are the people you care about.
I just don't know what to do. Thamor, this is your people.
And
What are we supposed to do? We came here for answers and we got whatever that was.
I do not know myself. I don't know if I've told you before, but my memories beyond when I first arrived are scattered.
Thamor, you tell us literally every day.
You?
Well, at least every day I'm out here. Yes.
I don't remember.
See? There's something wrong in that helmet of yours. Anyway, I'm sure, the captain stayed behind. I'm sure he'll get some good information from the scaly lady.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Thamor, roll me a d6. Or was d8? D6.
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 Reroll it.
Is there?
I'm sure at least one
Wait,
of these is.
what?
Alright, 5 points of
What
psychic.
happened?
I found the bridge one.
Come on, something just leave them. They ain't harming no one.
Oh, they're harming you.
One of these
No, I mean,
sessions,
Thamor.
Thamor is just going to collapse. And we won't know why.
Maybe the captain is.
Oh, there's
fighting
another
his-
one in the bridge. Alright, another d6, Noko.
This laid back and relaxing session
We're
brought to you
gonna
by
kill Thamor.
Mir. Tales of Mir, book
Alright, I had
2.
you reroll one of them, so you take one more psychic for that one.
See, I'm using up all of his dark dice.
Dark boost dice. That's a concept I haven't heard of for a while.
How do you have this much time, Noko?
What, you find another one?
Yes.
Which one?
We are once again derailing because Noko is hiding Sukabliats across my map that he just got into.
You're already
Alright,
there.
roll me another
probably.
d6, Noko. We're gonna kill Thamor off at this rate. 5 more points of psychic.
He can have that if he was next to me.
Like, study every map I put you. Alright, continue until I find the next one. There's another one.
Okay, I'll wait.
Noko, why?
I told you. They were already here.
Alright, another d6, Noko.
They're his people.
Okay.
He found them.
Alright,
You're
6 more points of psychic. Thamor is just gonna freaking collapse one of these days.
So do we see blood like dripping down from the
Yes.
underside of his helmet?
He's just bleeding out the nose, like, profusely.
But it's magic, so they can't see it.
It's not his magic, this is retribution magic. This is visible to all the planes. Alright, continue. Well,
You were saying, Freya?
I just don't know what we're supposed to do, and it's invigorating.
Infuriating? I don't think it's invigorating the way you're going about it.
I mean, you could see adrenaline going.
That's true. I mean, it's brought some color to your cheeks. You look nice.
She just narrows her eyes at Barnacle.
Odd. Everyone deserves a compliment once in a while.
I just don't know. Alright, I'm here to help all of you, and yet I don't know what to do. The last thing I got from my goddess was to help you all out, to give you wisdom, but here I am, not knowing shit. It doesn't help that Thamor doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know anything about his past life, and we don't. How in the fuck are we supposed to go against Saloon? At any moment, she could crowd herself in here. How long is this protection or whatever surrounds this place going to stay up for?
Who knows?
I
Could
do
fall
have to
in a
ask,
second.
though. You seemingly are you unable to do anything unless your gods tells you?
I have been walking all by you guys for how long? Weeks?
And I have been
Hearing
doing this for
nothing
over
from
a
my
year.
goddess?
Godless.
I haven't been
other
traveling
than
with
myself.
you for a year.
No, I have. I have been doing this for much longer than you have, and I do not go to the whims of a god. My own judgment leads me to help these people.
And let's be honest, well, I don't think the captain really knows what he's doing, but he's going along with it. He's certainly got his own
And yet
beef
he's able
with...
to talk with his.
They're not really his gods. I don't know really how much he likes them. They kind of got put in his brain, or soul, or whatever.
Look,
Kind
I
of
don't.
like me. I just kind of am. Now, the Wave Mother, she might be my goddess, but she and the captain have a unique relationship. So I don't think you should try necessarily to compare to him.
I'm
It's not
not
like he's
trying to
devout.
compare to him, Barnacle.
Sure, but
Helith was my very first friend. My first person I could rely on after I left my home. Don't know how long the captain knows his goddesses or how long they trapped inside of him. By not hearing from her, not able to talk with her, like I usually do and not just some pupil, is what terrifies me.
sure, I understand, in a way. But you've got us. You got me, you Captain, you got Thamor. I don't know about talking with the prissy one, but I'm sure everyone else is willing to talk.
I know I am able to talk with all of you, I know. And I'm working my way to get to know you. The months that I've traveled with you, well, I barely spoke with any of you until recently. And that is my own fault. Thinking I just stay back and just heal you all and support whatever you do would be the answer.
Well,
But this isn't about me. It's about the world. About the people that could potentially be vanished within a heartbeat. A blink of an eye.
yeah, that happens. But I mean, it's kind of our lot in life. We've, oh, well, somehow or another been chosen or thrust into this, or like, I guess Thamor said, chose to do this. We're all always in danger. Danger's all around us. You could die by a crocodile coming out of that water right there. But it's what we do. We've decided, hey, the world needs help. I guess it's our shoulders that we'll provide it with. I think that analogy makes sense. Oh no. And at the end of the day, all you can do is the best that you can. You don't need no goddess or anybody to tell you how to do your best, do you?
No. No, it is not.
Exactly. So, I say, you just keep doing your best. You just keep healing us and giving us all that wisdom of yours, because I know you've got it in there. Just got to use your mouth to get it out, though. I use my mouth a lot.
I know you do, Barnacle. But it
I mean, I've
still
even
doesn't...
used... Oh, no, you probably don't want to hear about that. That's right. My mouth, yes, I use it a lot. Smells.
It's just... Maybe I'm overthinking it, but... I know the world is in danger, yes, but we're just... people. Just... I don't know how long you've been alive, Famo. I don't know how long you've suffered. And
Oh,
yes, you don't follow anybody, yes, and you've gone about your own way.
That's not true. He's a devout of Miss Malais's person. Goddess, I think. Bloink. Right, Amor?
Is that true?
They came and visited us when we were hanging out. Well,
I do follow Floink and her magics.
And
Something
yet you claim
draws
yourself
me to it.
is a god.
I mean, look at him. He's akin to one.
I am one.
You don't get muscles like that from normal things. He's got to have some sort of god blood in him.
Perhaps. I'm tired. I'm so tired. And this place is just making me lose it. I'd rather be out there than be in here.
And out there, the place where you got tired?
This place does not feel right.
Feels more right than it was out there. I will say
It
that.
does feel better in here.
How about this? We'll find you a nice little shady spot. It's night, so it'd still be shady, but we'll find you a nice, comfy patch of grass, maybe some moss for your head.
I'd rather go in the water.
Well, that works too. I mean, water's great for me too. And we'll send Thamor off, and he'll go. Well, they recognized you, right? Right, Thamor? The metal
Seemingly
people.
have.
Why don't you go off and start asking them about who they are and find out what they are? They seem to recognize you, so maybe they're the people you've been looking for. That'd be crazy. And then, what about this? We could rally them, and you could have a small army of tin soldiers and fight for us.
That seems like something more of Alton style.
Yeah, but you're Lawbringer. They'd listen to you. You're like a captain, maybe? A colonel? Lieutenant? Do you have a rank?
They was not, I remember. He shrugs his shoulders.
Oh, they seem to recognize you, so you've got some sort of clout. It doesn't take, well, a bard's influence to get men to follow you. It takes action and, conviction. That's it. So I'm gonna go here over and help Gills here, get her all settled into a nice. There seems to be a little sort of small waterfall over there. Maybe a burbling eddy. Would be nice to soothe your weary bones. And Thamor, you go raise us an army, okay?
This can only go well.
Body on 3. Puts his hand in the middle. No? No one gets that? No one?
Say more well.
Eh.
I didn't catch what you said. What?
Team Bonnie on 3.
Oh,
Put your hand
I
in.
thought you said party. I'm like, why?
I mean, we could be Team Freya if you'd like, but
No.
being
no,
the oldest
Bonnie.
one here,
Why not Team Thamor?
That's true. I'm the youngest one here. I get my way then. Youngest wins. Haha. 1, 2, 3, Bonnie!
Bonnie, yay.
Thamor.
And Barnacle wanders off with Freya to help her take a nap. Thamor, go learn about your backstory.
Barnacle inviting more people into his tent.
He's not he invited himself. She didn't say no.
I'm just gonna drop in this hole.
Watch
Go
out, that's one of the
plop right
bleeds
into
was.
the
Can't
plop in right
forget,
in the water.
Barnacle is very charismatic.
What do you do with that, Thabor? So, Barnacle and Freya are wandering off to go swim? Question mark.
sitting by this little waterfall.
Oh, okay.
Barney will just keep an eye out. Keep the water flowing over her. Be nice and cool. Because he can do that with cantrips.
So can I.
Yeah, but you're resting. You can't cast cantrips while you're resting.
That's true. All right,
See?
Thamor, go do your backstory.
Right, you just both kick Thamor out. Maybe Thamor would like to go play in the water.
And Thamor goes
Thamor's got a
fishing.
job to do first.
Thamor goes fishing.
I mean, there are some
For
people fishing.
information.
Salty, you said one of these suits of armor was fishing earlier?
Yes.
Which one? I don't remember which one.
The guy over by the water here.
Ping again. Ah, perfect. Yeah, wander his way up there.
Yep. Suit armor seems to be sitting on the edge of the water's edge, or sitting on the edge of the water with a makeshift fishing pole in hand and a line, though just seems to be idly kind of casting it in there. Kind of seeing you approach, it looks up, has no expression since it's just a suit of armor, and pats a rock next to it. I reckon I know a fellow fisherman when I see one,
1 second. Dog going crazy.
and a fellow
Baby ears
dog
and
when I
barks.
see one.
An old sea dog.
Seems you have seen right. And Thamor pulled out his halberd. And transform it into a fishing rod.
Fancy rod you got there. Mine here's a Model 3.
Model 3. Grab the model.
Yeah,
1
the
and
other two
2.
broke.
Oh. Well, I have a spare fishing rod if you would like it.
Ah, it's all right. Model 3 here has been very reliable.
So I do have to ask. Any good bites?
Are you standing or sitting next to him at this point?
Just sit down.
Yep. He just kind of scoots over, puts an arm around you, kind of like an old pal kind of deal.
No arm.
Roll me a
White
perception
touch.
at disadvantage.
Did it be advantages? I'm within 5 feet of him.
It wouldn't tell you what he's doing.
No, but I do get advantage on perception checks.
Oh, right, your eye. Yes,
It
I
was
guess you
5
would
feet.
for that. So it would be a normal roll then.
14.
Nope.
Oh, damn it.
You don't notice. He kind of leans over. Ah, well. It seems like it's really your fault we're all in this mess to begin with, ain't it?
I just sat down. That's how you want to start this conversation.
Oh, don't blame me. I've been sitting here for a long time before you and your kind kind of mucked up the world.
Wasn't it you who mucked up the world? Seems like you're stuck in this area because something you did.
Nah. Maybe my predecessor would have said that, but me? Well, I don't really know what I am anymore. I just
And,
have an uncontrollable desire to fish. Much like
and who
you.
was your
Though it
predecessor?
seems like you should be doing something better with your life.
Wow.
Wow. You're just
Pieces
like
of
that
armor are
dragon
cold.
downstairs.
That was brutal.
He's already dead.
Thamor eats himself into the water. No. Seems you're just like a dragon downstairs, full of spite.
It ain't spite. Reason, my boy. You see, you have this great power, tremendous, even it seems.
Great power
And your
comes great
predecessors, or
responsibility.
perhaps even you, caused all of this, it seems, to give our mistress some trouble, and, well, it seems like the logical thing you'd be doing is trying to fix it. But instead, it seems like you spend most of your time fishing or punching other things you shouldn't. Hell, you don't even know why you're here, do you?
Well, we came here to find answers.
Oh, no,
And
no,
as a
no. Not even
fishing
just
guide,
here. Like here, as in. His other hand just kind of vaguely gestures. Here. The world. What reason? What is your reason in all of this?
reason of being here, I do not know.
That's the problem. Instead of
This
trying
is
to
why I'm
find
here.
answers or figure out why you can't remember, you're fishing. Running away from your problem.
Seems like I'm here dealing with my problems, but seemingly your
By
dragon
talking to
needs
a
some
suit
time
of
away
armor
from
and
me.
fishing.
Well, yes, sometimes you need to sit down and think.
You've done that an awful lot, and it seems.
I have a lot to think about.
Roll me another perception advantage.
Advantage? Ooh, thank you.
Yes. Jeez, Louise, I wish I could give you disadvantage. It's been hilarious. I mean, you kind of see the eye holes under the armor start to blaze a little bit, and you feel the touch on your shoulder getting a bit cold. Seems, Thamor, you should be doing a lot more. It's kind of astounding your friends and party don't blame you for everything at this point.
No,
Why
we have
you-
absent thoughts for that.
Who says we don't?
Bruh.
Your companion who seems to try to solve problems by cheating using a unexplainable power. He's just got his own problems, but Thamor, you abandon your people. Never bothered to look for them. Came here hoping to find redemption, and instead you're doing what you always do. You go fishing. In fact, it seems as though you even try to screw with the gods themselves. The words, some arcane tongue, Sukabliat, mean anything to you. Your injuries are mostly self-sustained.
Take
I'm about to get a lot
1d4
more
fourth
too.
wall damage.
They wish I'd simply knows even more. Was that actual question? The Suka
Yes,
Flat?
that was an actual question.
Oh, it was actual question. Oh wow, this is a DM's going through the fourth wall. It does not, as far as I can remember.
Roll me a
It
charisma
rings a
saving
bell
throw.
recently. Oh fuck! Come on, charisma, don't fail me now. 5.
Say, Thamor, why don't you just stay here? Join us. They're mostly a suit of armor at this point anyway.
1 second.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I can actually use this now. Second wind's actually useful.
Wow.
I mean, it's always been useful, but now it's more
Yeah, but
useful.
like, now it's even more useful.
Well, add the roll. Roll, boy.
Roll a d10. Oh, that's not gonna help me much. Ooh.
Was it a save or was it a check?
It was a
Oh, it was a
save.
save. I think
Yeah,
I have to use the other
Was
thing
a
then.
save.
You'd have to use Indomitable.
Let's see, where is that on my list? There it is. It's been minified. There we go.
Oh, you get 2 because I think you used 1 against. Oh, we had a rest. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we had rest. All my things come back on.
Yep, you get a long rest, so. Alright, reroll it with a
Plus 13.
plus the cheese.
It's really good now.
Oh, I don't think I did it because.
With the plus
Wow.
Wow.
plus 13 does make it a 15.
Wow.
That
My
was
charisma's
They
showing
really-
its powers.
Really want you to stay.
Oh, we're gonna end up fighting you. You're gonna turn into one of them.
Noko. That was the most quintessential Noko roll I've ever seen in my life. Thank you so much for facilitating
Plus
this.
13, baby.
Help.
2.
It does not make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
No,
think you could
Ander-
fail it with a plus 13, but that's impressive.
You know, if Andros had been there, he would have made sure somebody went with Thamor so this nonsense wouldn't happen. But Barnacle isn't that smart.
Sorry, Freya's having a moment.
Yeah,
Have your
and he's
moment
helping.
while you're fixing things. Be melodramatic next to Thamor.
Thamor,
Okay,
Save him.
efficient.
the suggestion it basically offers you, your mind is quieted. You want nothing more than to sit there and fish. Not questioning, not fighting.
Oh, so like Thamor's normal state of mind.
Yeah, basically your normal thing. It kind of compulses you to do basically what you normally do.
You know what? Maybe I will sit and fish for a while. Nice
That's
calm day. We're in safety
You've-
for now. And it
Can't cause
seems like your
problem.
dragon down there wants to know about the entirety of history from the moment they have left off. So we're gonna be here for a while.
Yes, Thamor. We'll be here for a long. Thamor, you are basically under an effect of a compulsion to fish and be quiet and reflect on your past.
Be quiet, damn it.
Oh yes, truly
That's the
terrifying.
thing
Oh.
you're
Thamor.
concerned about is being quiet.
How am
For
I
the
supposed to
first
ask
time
questions
ever,
now?
Thamor is unhappy about not being allowed to talk.
How am I supposed to ask questions now?
Throughout that time period, Hildy as well, kind of pondering the orb, getting that nat 20. There is a piece here,
Ooh.
somewhere in the citadel beneath you,
Somewhere in what?
in the sanctuary beneath you.
Oh, god damn it. Ha.
It's personal marble. Grund.
It's about an hour. Night is continuing to darken and deepen around you. Team 1, I guess we'll hop back over. What are you guys up to then?
So Grund basically went over the scientific aspect of quote unquote
Yes.
love.
Yep. The logical reasonings and fallacies to love. And how it's likely a alchemical component of the brain functions of a mortal, and that it's highly illogical for those to fall in love since it is purely based. Yeah, you get the drift.
Yeah.
And also, everybody's looking at you weird. Zidane.
What?
Incredibly enlightening. A very, very useful choice of questions for our
I
time
think
here.
that it just effectively states that anything and everything's subjective, emotive, anything not rooted in logic will not be a profitable line of questioning or dialogue.
I got it.
All right, Blinky.
I'm sorry, both of you talked at the same time. What was that?
I just laughed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Andros just said, "All right, Blinky."
That's the chips over here.
It's an empty bag.
Oh, damn it.
Andros turns to Grund. If I may, what did you know of Saloon before all this happened?
One of the goddesses didn't really talk much then. He seemed a bit sad.
Never seemed to give off illusions or delusions of grandeur.
All the gods seem to do that.
Usual. Do you agree with what they're doing? Rewrite the worlds, wipe everyone's memories to, I don't know, stave off apocalypse maybe? Or just to keep us all...
I suppose I can't truly question to your laws. My answer is it ends below the reason she is. And if the reason is suitably logical, then I would have to potentially agree. If, however, it is driven by emotion, or illogical fallacies, or by unknowable nonsense, then no, would not stand by it.
What would be a reason that you might agree?
If it were to stave off perhaps the end of the world and there were no other ways to circumvent it, or perhaps in rewriting the world we were fixing logical fallacies such as erasing the void or such other misfunctions, I could see that as being a proper use for such. But there are a lot of variables at play. It is not a task I would take lightly.
And the repetitive destroying of a civilization, for instance, the ones responsible for your current condition, that would not factor into your decision at all?
They should suffer more.
That seems illogical.
No. It is logical. Payment for a price.
Well,
Punishment
emotionally
for a crime.
charged, then.
It is punishment for a crime. Am I not allowed? Is my crime no less than what anyone else would suffer?
Would you subject anyone to the same punishment just for...
It is not my
What?
place to gauge the severity of the punishment. Just that punishment is correctly administered by the appropriately, I suppose. I am not a law keeper. I am merely
You
that
are
of reason.
an aspect of reason. That
Yes. And the reason
seems to
being,
me like an aspect of reason would be the one someone turns to when determining the appropriate magnitude of a punishment.
perhaps take into account, yes. It's not the sole proprietor.
It's common in Galaran for a man to have two trials when committing a crime. One for guilt and one for punishment. Both are reason.
I would trust the lawyer on this one.
Fair enough.
What if the lawyer differentiated between innocents and those actually responsible? I don't think this small child helped put these spells inscribed into your...
Do we really wish to dive in the semantics of a case of ifs and buts?
Just making conversation.
Yes, but I believe you came here searching for answers, yes, to solve the so-called calamity.
Yes.
And yet you wish to discuss the potential outcomes of a jury case involving a child and world-altering calamities?
No.
I have a chronic addiction, I suppose, looking over at Andros.
Likes to flap his gums.
In trying to save everyone,
See?
have a happy ending.
Still talking. Gives him a smirk. Anyway.
Can I have some of that booze? That probably shut me up.
Oh, you can talk longer.
I promise I'll hold my
Drink
tongue.
your fill. Goodness, you don't need my permission.
Who has the
Good.
barrel again?
Grund has it, and she just rolls her eyes and pours you some. From wanting water to this, you are certainly a fickle one.
Trying to turn over a new leaf. Andros. And he shuts up, and he does.
Why do we get back to... Yes. Saving... Well, you.
I'm curious, Grund. What would be the reasonable, logical way of dealing with Vasin?
That I don't.
Does it have
What is the logical
weakness?
way of dealing with the unknown, with the unknowable, of dealing with a counterpart that is my antithesis? Of what dealing with something that is blind to reason?
Okay, how about this? Do you have anything that could protect us from that madness? Spell or ward or enchantment or something?
Yes, what protects this place?
Well, I do, I suppose. Just my being. Or perhaps I'm being let allowed here, since I imagine he can't well exist without me still.
Who exactly is your jailer here? I mean, I see these guards, and maybe they are constructs of Thamor's past. But do they serve someone? Is there a warden?
No, they simply seem to serve to question me at all times. To debate.
But forgive me, what prevents you from walking out?
She just points to the corpse.
So, you must stay with your material body.
Such as it is, yes. Like I said, I am neither specter nor spirit, formless nor memory.
Just you're being just like us, just with a few more strings.
Not like us, I think.
I exist likely because Washin wishes me to still exist. For he likely cannot exist without me.
Oh, there it is.
We're talking logic, yeah.
Well, for what is madness, if but the lack of reason? If reason ceased to exist, then madness becomes the norm. Or at least that's what's to be believed. Yeah, so then you actually managed to get fairly shit-faced.
So you have nothing to offer us in dealing with your other half. No spells. Nothing.
Don't know what you were hoping for.
Anything. We've been here for what? A day and a half? We were fucking knackered after one night. I have no idea how many other aspects of madness or nightmares Vasin has at his disposal. Or his warden, or whatever it is that voice is that we keep hearing. Being able to shield off a bit of the madness with what you've got going on here certainly be nice. But if that's not available, then is what it is. Know of, I guess, before you took your weight loss program, do you know where the nearest library, laboratory, whatever was to this ziggurat? What direction are we going that we might even find him?
You can still search the town proper and see if any of the books remain. How many remain untouched by madness, I could not tell you.
We'll have the lawyer over there do some perusing. He likes nothing better than a good book on nonsense and rules and history lessons, if nothing.
Yeah, so lost nods.
I do have one final question. I'm running out of other topics, and I hate to be a bad conversationalist, so I'll finish with that. What would your logical way of dealing with Saloon be?
Are you asking under the assumption that what she is doing is illogical and should be stopped, then?
If that's what you would give you the logical
Well,
reason to stop her, yes.
Because yes, if given the logical assumption that she's doing is right, I would of course not stop her. But if you're acting under the theorem that what she is doing is illogical and should be stopped, well, the only way I know how is either wage eternal war or commit atrocities like your tin-headed shithead friend did, and counter her aspect with an opposing one. Though I pity the dragon or soul that you do this to.
Of moon. Well, I can't imagine there's a dragon of sun. Not really an emotional or otherwise metaphysical
I suppose
concept.
if you have access to the void, she kind of glares suspiciously at Absinthoth. You could introduce the god of the sun to it and have them fight over it. Be fun to watch, I suppose. Though I don't know how that would turn out for the world either.
Synthos grimaces the idea.
I suppose you can always try to appeal to Saloon with logic, though the gods were never really good at listening to it.
He's really good at listening anyways. So we're at Andros.
No, if we're going down our fairy tale ideas, I suppose you could also try to appeal to Malil, or give him the power to overwrite Saloon. He's the one that's usually in charge of the books, after all.
Do you have the power to be able to do that?
Don't know. In theory, he should. But if you were lacking, I suppose, again, if you had access to this void, giving a god unintelligible power of it that could rewrite the very existence of the world? She
Let's
just shrugs.
say- Yeah, Andros just shakes his head. I can't say there's really any being, god, dragon, or otherwise, I'd trust with that. Every time we've encountered it, it's tried to drive us all mad or destroy us completely.
I would give you a badge of welcome to the club.
I'm all out of talking points, so unless the rest of you would like to shoot the breeze with our dear hostess here, I think I'm gonna go find what Gills and the others are up to. Silence. Great. All right.
Well, if you'd like to keep the book, I have a spare or two on my person at the moment.
I would appreciate it, yes. There's not much in the form of books down here anymore.
I'm trying to stand up, but the world is a little bit diagonal at the moment.
Called being drunk. Little reptilian one.
It's okay. He's really good at getting rid of that buzz, especially without asking.
You know,
I imagine
even
that would be
though
normally
it's,
so, but this liquor is stronger than most, and in this place,
even
well.
though it's uncomfortable, I can see the appeal. Oh no, it's going the other way.
No good.
He's gonna
He's
fall
an
into
idiot
the water,
drunk.
isn't he?
Let me help you with that.
Yeah, I accept the assistance.
Yeah, now you know why it's. If you have any more, you'll know why it's called blackout.
I don't think that would happen, but maybe if I tried another.
No. Sometimes
Oh,
people
no.
also puke their guts out. It's
Oh, it's fine. I'm a Yanti. The poisons don't do anything. bad like that to us. I think.
Asphalt,
Oh,
I think we should let him
Foreshadowing.
keep drinking for his own,
Maybe
experience.
just a to-go cup. Please?
I think you've had enough.
It's half of... oh, fine.
Believe
Come
me,
on
you'll
now.
never want to drink again if you have more.
Grund, it will
Ruin
be
the fun.
entertaining if nothing else.
Yes,
one
but I
time
don't
we're
need a
entertained.
corpse on my floor here. He's obviously not used to it.
Oh, I won't die. Just bring Freya back. She can heal things, yes? We should probably check on the rest of them, though.
Yeah, assuming Freya's still with us. If not, I can bring you back.
Andros just gives Absinthoth a narrowed glare.
Grung, I have some personal questions. I wonder if you must have had lots of time to think down here, and I wonder, given your responses and the way that you talk, do you wish to be free?
What logical being would not wish to be free and wish for freedom?
Freedom is a construct. Is not logic that tells us we should be free?
I see I'm going to like this conversation. Yes, it is a dilemma that has plagued me for eons, and why I never acted. For centuries. To be free or bound is a dilemma. I simply wish to be. To explore the lines of thought that cross my fancy, and explore the unknown. To put a reason to the unknown, a knowing to the unknowable. Freedom to do this is what I seek.
Must be an impossibility down here.
Yes. A prison of sorts to trap one such as me.
Is it a trap, or... Tell me the moment of the split. Was that what rendered you... She turns and gestures to the skeleton. So... unrecoverable?
Yes. Pain. Immense, immeasurable pain. For a brief moment, just shrieking, shattering darkness. My flesh was made his. My soul split. We had always been two of one. But always the quiet part. And now it seems that role is reversed. I am bound here by my corpse and the logical fallacies of freedom. For madness to exist, there must be reason. I do not know what I am anymore. Am I but a construct? Am I but an anchor for it to exist? Am I a memory? The questions haunt me, but still give me purpose to be. Oh, truly a pitiful tale.
Not uninteresting, but also not unchanging, stagnant. Seems we need to find out something about you or your counterpart to change things, bring about some metamorphosis. I think destruction will be too much for us to accomplish outright if your tale is to be believed and we are fighting your... I don't even know, what would you call it?
I have no name other than the name given. But yes, you are perhaps correct. Conquering it would be insanity. Perhaps you could. Or perhaps you can bring it back, put it back the way it was. First, the ritual, maybe. I have not been able to figure it out. That's why I ask. You know about this void and its powers. First, the ritual. If, of course, I don't succumb to the power myself. Won't say that is out of the question.
As long as you are here, this sanctuary remains. Yes, we may rest, recover from our endeavors to arrive here.
Yes. Such as it should be.
And it also seems that our party discovered when we were battling that daylight was very powerful weapon against the madness. I wonder if there aren't greater ways, divine ways to shed daylight upon this land, so to speak, to weaken the enemy we face.
She gives you kind of a stern glare. So then, who told you? That daylight is the answer.
Insight check. Is she letting a little bit of the mask up right now? Do you know what I mean? Has this been an act?
Roll me the insight.
Okay. Yeah, I get to roll something this session. Sorry, I didn't have
That was an RP session, but
Dice Tower. I'm sorry. Just give me a second. Oh, that's... What the fuck? My eyes. 16 plus something. Insight, come on, baby. 21.
it's not mask slipping. It's a bit of concern and a bit of fear.
Should we not know?
Madness can take form in daylight or darkness. Only a fool believes it can only manifest in the dark. Whoever was telling you this seems to be either ignorant of this or trying to lead you astray.
It wasn't someone that told us anything. It was experience that daylight seemed to dematerialize our enemy.
Because it's only logical that a daylight should dissolve a shadow, I believe, then. Yes. Did it truly ever leave?
No. It was very funny.
Merely hid your fears. Don't let your guard down. Machine is very clever. Madness is not illogical, or not logical. It's not such a chaotic thing that it does not think things through in whatever string of chaotic thought it calls. In the darkness, shadows will play tricks on your mind, and yes, can be very potent. Can be just as scary in the daytime, too.
Okay, that is interesting. I mean, it was our experience that daylight not only dematerialized, but also rendered us immune to whatever was dematerialized. So theoretically, logically, if a strong enough source of daylight were present all the time, would the shadows even exist?
Wasn't entirely true. God's little friend he summoned, even being in daylight, got taken over by something. Started coming for us before he dematerialized it, broke the spell.
Stronger in the shadows, where you would believe them to be. Further from their source, perhaps. Dive closer to the brink of insanity and madness. Your reasoning and logic will not save you there.
What will?
Not know. Putting reason to the unreasonable, perhaps. Or perhaps embracing the madness and coming out ahead of it. Or beating it before you simply lose your mind. There's a reason this power took down a goddess.
I'm glad I got to give that brew to someone who could truly enjoy it. Thank you for the conversation.
Of course. Anytime. I will be here. Nowhere else I really can be.
Well, we shall aim to fix that.
We look forward to it. How much time do you think has passed with giving the stories and everything down here?
Oh, at least an hour.
Hour or two at least.
Okay. So it's still that kind of nighttime outside, and the others are still kind of getting in their antics, but I guess we will pick up with that next time since it's almost 1 a.m.
Sounds good.
But there are some things going on with this city that I want to delve further with, but as you slightly brush the surface of.
Friendly robots aren't so friendly. They're very
Be
touchy.
fine. I got drunk for the first time.
They're
Everything
very
will be fine.
Something.
They're a very touchy-feely bunch. These robots.
Yeah.
Constructs.
Something that.